You know, what I'm about to tell you, I don't believe a word about what I'm about to tell you. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't. I don't. I do not believe it. You know, th- somebody will say to me, Ray, you be making this stuff up, or you be lying and stuff like that. Like, it ain't an issue of me lying, but if it's a place of, do you believe it? No, I don't. No, I don't. I do not. You know, I tell y'all this. I really be trying to be about this stuff I ask y'all to be about and that I tell y'all to be about. I be going by it, man. I be going by it. When I say to y'all stuff like I be seeking the Most High as hard as I possibly can, I really do. Really. To the point where I hate when I eat. You know, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I be really seeking them, man, doing the best that I can to do right. I really do. You know, but I don't seek him for nothing nice, man. I'm gonna be honest. You know, somebody will sit here and just marvel at what I'm about to tell you, but I don't believe the shit. I don't believe it for a moment, man. I don't believe it for a moment. You know, one of the things to make me go back to drinking was one night when I was being raped by an evil spirit. Like when you feel a jank, humping behind you, and then you just hear it just let off like and you over here fighting not to relieve yourself. You ain't sleeping with no shorty. The last time you kissed a woman in the lips was in 2014. Y'all don't even know this, man. But I be fighting to do right. I be fighting to do right. And the evil spirit will be behind me in the bed raping me, man. And I be seeking God and I be praying to him. Y'all don't understand, man. I be seeking him. I be fasting. I be fighting to be about what I actually ought to be about. Y'all don't know. Like, I just be trying to be about what I asked y'all to be about. You know, I'm gonna tell you what happened to me on Saturday. It's just beautiful. It's just utterly beautiful. Not only that Saturday morning, early that Saturday morning, was I being raped by evil spirit, but I was driving home from work. I was driving from seeing my dad. I just was the day before I couldn't sleep good. I was being spiritually attacked. And I saw my dad and I was driving home. And as I was driving home, I'm paying attention to the road, y'all. I'm paying attention to the road. And these cars in front of me swerving, just getting an accident. These two teenage drivers just was in the accident, lost control of my car, and I swerved, and I was in it. My vehicle was totaled. And as I'm knocked out, I'm in my bag like, please just let me just die and go on. I don't believe this shit for a moment. I don't believe what I'm telling you for a moment. Get out of my car. I'm perfectly fine. My vehicle totaled. And nobody's saying nothing to me. And when I get on the phone with my insurance company, I paid for full coverage. I made it a point when I get with Geico. Don't get with Geico, by the way, man. Do not get with Geico. Geico commercial. Geico, don't have no dealings with them. Please do not. Please. Please don't. And when I'm on the phone with them, they say to me, hey, sir, you only have liability. What? No, I don't. I've made it a point to pay for full coverage. Full auto coverage. Full commercial coverage, man. And so, full coverage. Mind you, I work in the Hampton Roads and I live in Richmond. That's like an hour and a half away to commute to work. Because I was trying to find work in security out in Richmond. But let's move forward. This is what I got. This is what I got, man. It's just great. It's just beautiful, man. It's just beautiful. 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 Beautiful, man. Just all of this shit, man. Just all of it. Just all of it. And so I'm on the phone with them, and they like, hey, you only have liable, so we can't help you with nothing. So you telling me that if I was in an accident, the other party be covered, but me, I just walk it off? Well, yeah, they'll be covered, and if you had physically harmed, you'd be covered. But past that, there's nothing more we can do. Like you cocksucker. You could take my money. You could take it. You could take my money, but you ain't gonna help me at all. Is that what you're telling me? That's what you're telling me. That's what they telling me. They ain't doing nothing for me. And they ain't doing nothing for me. My vehicle's an hour away from where I live. I got no gas, and all the money I had, I put in for my rent to pay my rent. To pay my rent. On my glasses. Y'all ain't even seen it, man, but like eventually, like probably one of these lenses is gonna fall out because when I was in the accident, my glasses broke. I can't really see nothing. And it's like one of these jinks will just fall out periodically. And it just amazed me that all the money I did have, I put into paying my rent. I don't tell y'all people this, man. I don't tell y'all this, but I don't be asking y'all for donations and I don't be asking y'all for stuff because I have enough money to pay my rent. I be doing stuff like seeking the most high for stuff for y'all, man. I really be about it. I really be about it. I be asking y'all, can you pray I have a burning bush experience? Could you pray I have something supernatural? Can you pray I have something like this? Can you do this? Can you really? Because past being raped by an evil spirit, it's like ain't nothing much supernaturally happening. And it's like, and I think about the foundation we got. It's like, let me be someone that hated God, or I taught others to hate God, or let me be in a place where I'm just like, I hate him, or I just challenged them, or I just met him like by way of challenge. I would see supernaturally a consequence or a punishment that ensues. But if I fight to do right, how come I can't see it? Or maybe when I die, I can see it on the other side, what I got for my labors. And I don't say nothing. But I pay my rent, I pay my bills, I pay my insurance. So I'm like, yo, I don't need nothing, so I'm cool. I fucking ain't got money for shit. I just would just eat, just have enough to eat, have enough to pay my rent, and I'm cool. My car's totaled. And you know what my insurance company is doing? Absolutely nothing. And I got the luxury of whenever I talk to family, it's like I could just hear it in their voice. Hey, yo, just I hope this reminds you, yo, you can't stay with me. It just dog. And I ain't trying to stay with nobody. I'm just trying to pay my bills and be on my own shit like grown men supposed to. Can't even get to work. An hour and a half away from me. My insurance company, I don't know where my vehicle is, man. They just pulled the shit off the road so traffic can get going. My insurance company just fucking me over, man. They ain't doing nothing for me, man. And when I lay down, I got... Mama said, Ray, talk to God before you did the video. You ever be at that place where you're so broke, you're so broke, you just mentally, you could just tell you somebody be like, yo, Ray, you know what I'm saying? Like, my dad was like, at least you're still alive. Man, you say that like that's a luxury, man. I would have been content dying in this car accident. People dying of the coronavirus around us. You know what I'm saying? People dying of this virus around us. People dying in car accidents every day, plus the COVID, virus within us. And you still alive, man? Yo, don't remind me. Don't tell me this. I don't need you to tell me this. That ain't a luxury. I'm still alive. To deal with an insurance company that's basically gonna screw you, but nonetheless they can dependably take your money. I remember one time in 2016, man, when a girl that I really care about heard about the accident I was in and how I'm all right, she started crying on the phone with me like, Ray, I don't know what I'd do if you was gone. When I heard her, and I knew why she was crying, I got so mad I just wanted to just cuss her out. Like I just wanted to cuss her out to the top of my lungs, man. Because it's like you don't know the BS that I be dealing with, and all I've been trying to do is do right and do different and be on some upright stuff every day of my life type shit, trying to really help the Most High. But what do I get from my labors? What do I really get from my labors, man? And I'm really trying. I remember there was this one shady chick, man, that did a video about me. He said, don't help him because he's on drugs. I know, because I used to be a junkie. Man, that junkie chick, hey, God told me that he was a junkie. Man, see, this is what I'm talking about, man. If I was on drugs, I would have fucking told you. I would have been content dying in that shit, man. I would have been content dying in it. You can have it. Like, people say, Ray, I want what you got. No, you can have it. I would give it to you. You can have it. But don't come back talking about buyer's remorse, Ray. It ain't what I thought I was. Or I don't want it. I thought I did, but I did not. Man, forget that, man. Don't take back she's over here. You can have it. I'll give it to you freely, man. Because this is some bullshit. I specifically asked and I specifically paid for full auto coverage, man. Full auto. When I did Uber, you want to know why I got Geico commercial? Because I found out when I had full auto coverage. I'm going to tell you what I found out. I'm going to tell you the luxury that I found out. That if I had full auto coverage and I was Uber driving and I was involved in an accident, if I was involved in an accident, being an Uber driver, if I was involved in an accident, if I was involved in it, my insurance company wouldn't do nothing for me. They wouldn't do nothing. Despite having full auto coverage, they wouldn't do a thing while you're Uber driving. So I'm like, all right, let me get commercial. Let me get commercial with the shit. Like, so I can be covered whenever, you know what I'm saying, I go, so I can just be fully covered. And I'm thinking, hey, my insurance company here, I just want to make sure y'all still getting paid. Yeah. You still in good standings. Got in a car accident. Hey, you got liability. There was no contact, and we tried to talk to you about it. And hey, get this. Nobody fucking told me. Like, tell me, like, yo, you need to do this. You need to do this, or you're gonna lose your coverage. You need to do this so you can get full auto coverage. You need to do this. Make the shit known to me. I'm on it. I get in an accident. Hey, sir, you only have liability. Please don't fucking go with Geico. Please don't go with them. Please don't go with Geico. Please don't go with them. I would have been content dying in that car accident, man. I would have been content with that shit. I would have been content dying in that car accident. I would have been content. I'd be the nigga to just get out of his car and he just fucking lived through the shit. But look at this shit. This ain't a luxury. This ain't a privilege. Oh, so I can give you a testimony? Man, you can keep the testimony. And these two teenage drivers, don't think anybody said a fucking thing to me. Nobody said nothing to my black ass. Nobody said nothing to me except the cop. Except the worker, like, hey, is your car still? And the cop, who, hey, you know what I'm saying, we'll be in contact with you. I can depend on him to be in contact with me. I can depend on it. Y'all don't know the brushes with death I have. And I don't want them shits, man. I be in my bag like, yo, niggas dying of the virus. And I go everywhere. The only time I wear my mask is when I got to enter a building. And I'd be on some shit like I'd be cool if I fucking died off this shit. I would have been beyond cool with the shit. While niggas is just living on and on and on and on shit. I don't believe what the fuck I'm telling y'all, man. I don't believe this shit for a moment. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. This shit is just impossible, man. It's just impossible. It's just impossible. It's impossible. And with the Most High, the only thing I be trying to do, and with the Son of Man, is just have his back, man. Had a back, man. Just had a back. This is what I get for my labors. I can't even do nothing. I can't go nowhere. I ain't got bread for stuff, bro. I don't, man. I don't. And my landlord, he don't, realistically, man, that nigga don't give a fuck, man. He just want his money and he just want, you know what I'm saying, get your money. Hey, you able to pay your rent, you know what I'm saying? Or you able to, you know what I'm saying? And, just, let's just keep it the fuck up. Let's just be honest. This is just impossible, man. It's impossible. I don't believe what I tell y'all. I don't believe what I tell you. Like, at this moment, y'all don't understand, man. None of you don't believe what I tell y'all more than me, man. But it's just what happened. I can depend on that cop to hit me up. It's just amazing, man. People say, hey, strengthen your testimony. Man, you could keep the testimony. You could keep it. I just wanted to go to work. I just wanted to pay my bills, and I was cool. I was cool being piss poor as long as my brother in Washington finds justice throughout what he was going through. As long as my homie like in Midwest can find justice, as long as my homie in New York find justice, like I'm cool. I just don't believe this shit I be telling y'all, man. Even with that job I had, like when the lady said, "Hey, you were selling speed," because she said it, that meant I done it. Like you don't have sound judgment of your own unless I say you have it, and you don't have it. You've done this, and because she said it, that meant I done it. I'm just sick of this shit. Like this shit just taxing at my fucking mind type shit. If there was a time like I'm starting to question my mental health, it's now, man. It's now. You can help me, don't help me, mock me, don't mock me, like try to uplift me, just say, hey, you know what I'm saying? You cheating, that's why it's happening to you. Like, look, man, y'all don't know the niggas that just be fucking. Yeah, just I paid for full coverage, man. Full coverage. I wanted to die in that accident, man. So I can deal with more stuff like this.